What's up, guys? I'm Gabriel Bars, representing Agricultural Robotics version 1, also known as Fruit Trek version 1. I'll be showing the user and admin sides to the website for stat tracking crops. Right now, you see a very rudimentary home page where essentially the user will do and log in and see their stats. Now I'll be showing more of the admin side, which is facilitated by the Django framework. As you can see, password checking works. And as we get in, we can actually use some of the admin qualities that are facilitated for controlling, obviously, access and priorities for the administrators and the central authority of them. Essentially, this would be modifying a user status using some of the predefined administrative permission or access protocols that are facilitated. And this would be essentially a record-based showing of all essentially the user stats. Very rudimentary still. And obviously log out as admin, and I'm going to re-log in as another user. Now this side will essentially show more of the actual statistical track SQL database and then inject that to the actual graphing modules that are also facilitated. This itself would be pretty much the domain kind of record that would show the stats for the very basic thing, which is our focus so far is yield. This would be the developer side files that you would have to adjust. And again, for our purposes, for stat tracking crops, this would be our domain main one for version 1. And to test, obviously, injecting with some dummy data so that we can actually see the actual graphs adjust, change. Now this would be essentially the Google chart template formation of graphs with injected with the actual SQL data. And it does facilitate some like very nice looking but very basic types of graphs. And for our purposes, it was mostly if you're going to count something, why not just go with the basic ones? This would be essentially the overall one if we could facilitate that for different, I guess, plots, countries, whatever you want to fill in that data. And this would essentially be every type of other versions of graphs, but honestly, Google chart get the job done.